Hello, and welcome to the Feedback Loop. My name is Madeline.
Hi there, my name is Katie.
My name's Lindsay.
I'm Delaney.
And I'm Carly.
This week we are discussing the video, The Great Choir Fight. A lot of issues arose from the group members during this video, and now we are going to play the video for you.
Hey, I just got a text from Charles, y'all. He got on the wrong bus. He's on the other side of town.
Other side of town? But our concert is in an hour.
Yeah, I know, but he wants us to warm up and rehearse praise to the Lord.
Charles said that.
In text.
Okay. Well, if that's what Charles said.
Yeah, that's okay. We got this. We can do this.
We can do this.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We lift up to the Lord. We give praise up to the Lord. We sing merrily up to the Lord. Give thanks up to the Lord. We lift up to the Lord. We give praise up to the Lord. We sing merrily up to the Lord. Give thanks up to the Lord. I think you're up, you know. You're going higher than your note. Pretty sure this is my note. In fact, I'm positive this is my note. Because this is my note. Pretty sure this is my note. Could have sworn this was your note. That has never been my note. Well, we can't have the same note. So one of us is wrong. Why don't you worry about your note? I'll take care of my own note. But it's a really bad note. You are not Charles. I never said that I was Charles. Well, you acting like you think you're Charles. Look, I know that I'm not Charles. You can't say that again.
Well, you're both off your notes, and it's messing with the rest of our notes. So I wasn't trying to single you out.
You said everyone was off their note. Not everything is about you, Gina.
The choir is an organized group, and each member has a special role. Charles is the group leader. Key is the initiator. He suggested a new idea and approach. Peel is the evaluator. He criticized the other ideas about practicing alone. Nima is the group summarizer. Gina is the group energizer and try to keep spirits up. They follow an autocratic leadership style. One person makes the decisions while others follow suit.
Obviously, there are both pros and cons to this leadership style. I will talk about the pros. The first one is that the decisions are made very quickly without much thought. Number 2, it provides direction for the group. And number 3, it relieves pressure.
A con is that no one else really gets a say in the group except for a leader.
Okay, so another issue that stems from this leadership style is this really obvious power imbalance. And it appears that Charles has scared the entire group away from overstepping or making decisions that don't come directly from him. So that has hindered the group from working well together. When the female at the beginning says that Charles texted once to practice, she was met with almost an interrogation as if they couldn't do anything without being prompted by their leader. A change that could be made in order to remedy this would be to give the members of the group a voice. They could adopt a team-based style decision-making. Somebody laugh. Thanks. Anyway, that could totally diminish the bickering about what they can or cannot do without the leader being present.
Yeah, Key and Peel obviously had a lot of frustration with each other and ended up being very passive-aggressive towards each other. And then they made the whole group uncomfortable. But I want to talk about Key right now. So what he said at first was not even that bad necessarily. He was just giving advice and saying, hey, you're off your note. But then P didn't. But how Peel took it was not the totally right way. So then Key just kept stepping up, and he kept making it worse and worse. And then he was almost becoming like a dictator, saying, hey, you need to change. I'm right, you're wrong, and leaving no room for improvement. He could have worded it differently. He could have said, hey, is it just me? Making room like, maybe I'm not the only one. I don't know. To say, and did Peel hit a wrong note? Or he could have said, I think you might have hit a wrong note, or am I off? That would be ways that he could have maybe said it so that it didn't seem so directed towards him.
Yeah, he totally could have just suggested it, but the way he came off was wrong, set the whole mood wrong. So I agree with you. But I also feel like Peel was also in the wrong. So if Peel had just admitted in the first place that he was wrong, it could have been a whole lot better. It could have resolved the whole situation. So if he thought he was still right, or he was doing the right note, he could have just taken it anyway and just acted like he was wrong. So then it could have
Yeah, that would have been a good
went through a
idea.
whole lot faster. So
I agree.
That makes sense to me.
What do you think?
I love it. It's great.
Beautiful idea.
Okay,
Having to edit out all these giggles is going to be
insane.
ferocious.
Towards the end of the video, the focus moves to two of the female choir members. The first girl, Naima, begins to express her frustration with the situation. She lets Key and Peel know that they are affecting the entire group with their argument. Even though what she was saying may have been true, she just added fuel to the fire and caused more anger amongst the group. Naima's comment sparks a reaction from the second woman, Gina. Gina chimes in to tell her that she's been singing just fine, even with Key and Peel's outburst. Her comment, while again it may be true, increased the tension and built up emotion for all the members of the group. It led to everyone yelling at her, which is creating more anger and division among them. Both Naima and Gina could have chosen to stay calm and patient instead of causing more problems. In situations like this, speaking your mind will not benefit the situation, and more than likely it will make it worse, just like what we saw with this choir group. Sometimes it's better to keep it to yourself and not add fuel to the conflict any further. Recognizing that the conflict has gone too far and making the decision to resolve it at a later date could save your group members from saying things or doing things that they might regret when they've calmed down. In the end, this will help create a more productive and effective group environment for everyone.
I would also like to add to that and say a quote by Ambrose Bierce that I felt was very relevant to the situation, and it says, "Speak when you are angry, and you will make the best speech you will ever regret." So just keep that in mind the next time you're in the heat of the moment, something's making you worked up. Don't talk, or else you'll regret it. Well, that's all that we have time for this week, so toodaloo.
See you later.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.